Realty Man coming to you from beautiful Cape Coral, Florida with this month's market report ending with April. Now, what we want to do as I go into this report for you, we're going to do a little bit of a tracking because we keep hearing all these things about the real estate market. So I'm going back, we're going to do a tracking of the past 5 months. We're going to see what's happening with inventory and with sales. And then also we're going to compare it to last year. Now, a point to remember is in April of last year, that is where the peak of the real estate market was at. And from that point on, the real estate market started to go down a bit. So what we want to do is take a look at the past 5 months. And then when we're done with the report at the end, I'm going to have a bonus over here for you that I think that you're going to really, really like. Well, first of all, how did the market end in April? Well, what we want to do is take a look at the inventory and the absorption rate. Now, remember what the absorption rate is. The absorption rate is how long would it take for the inventory if no other houses were put on the market. So we're going to see that as we go into this report. So first of all, if we look into the inventory right now, and we see that it has almost doubled and tripled in some areas. Last year at the peak of the market in Cape Coral, there was only 631 homes for sale. Right now, in this month, beginning, or at the end of April, we had 518. The same with Fort Myers and Lehigh Acres. Inventory has increased. But now notice here as far as the absorption rate. Last year, the absorption rate, at least in the Cape, was 1.1 month. So we only had just about a month's worth of inventory. Right now, our absorption rate is about 4 months. So the amount of inventory has definitely increased. Next, let's take a look at the number of homes that are actually sold. Last year, they were flying off the shelves. We couldn't keep anything in inventory. But even with that, notice the amount of homes sold in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Lehigh Acres as compared to the amount of homes sold last month. Okay, last year it was higher. There's less sales this year than last year. But notice there's a trend with the sales starting to go up at this point. So, in just about each area, the sales have been increasing month by month. And that's most likely a lot of homes have been repaired and they're coming back on the market. But now, our next point is prices. Everybody's saying, oh, I think the market's going to crash. I don't know where the market's going. Interest rates are so high. Well, it's true. Interest rates are higher. But people are still buying homes, and there's a lot of cash buyers coming down here right now. But notice, for example, in Cape Coral, notice the increase. Last month we had the average price of $540, whereas the month before it was $504. That jumped up. Now, it's less than what it was last year. It's almost a $50,000 difference from where it was last year, but still, as we track this, the prices are still starting to climb up again. Fort Myers and Lehigh, they don't seem to be as affected, I should say. When you look at the average price, it's remaining pretty consistent. And in fact, over in Lehigh, it's higher in April than what it was in April of last year. So we see prices really are starting to come up, or they remain level. So let me ask you, what does this tell you about the market? Is the market going to tank? Is it taking off? What do you see in these figures? Because all I do is put the numbers together for you. Well, to me, when I look at it, it looks like it's starting to stabilize out there. As time goes on, I'll continue to give you these updates, and we'll see how the market continues to go. But to me, it's kind of given us a little bit of a leveling off here right now. But like I say, with the inventory the way it is, the inventory is the highest that has been in the past 3 years. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you looking to sell? Well, if you are, You know, do you know what your house's worth is in today's market? Would you like a free estimate, free CMA for your home's value? Well, call, let me know. I'm here to help you. And likewise, if you like to buy or invest, well, I can help you find the right property for your needs. And if you need a mortgage, I have some really excellent lenders out there that can help you in the process. Now, what about that bonus I talked to you about? Well, if you click on that bonus down below, you're going to see an interactive map from the city of Cape Coral that shows you the various projects that are going on, and it tells you what stage they're on, and if you click on it, you'll see whether it's been approved and if they're going forward with these. So hopefully you find that interesting. Well, I hope that this report to you that you found interesting and informative. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. Call, text, or email me. I will get back to you. If you have any questions, I am here to help. Well, anyway, this is Dan, the Realty Man, Colofranson, coming to you from Cape Coral, Florida, wishing you well, take care, and hey, let's make this a great day.